Hello Taurus, this is your monthly reading for the month of July, and that's it. Actually, what I'm going to do is a spread, and then we're going to go into oracle cards to get some insight on your month and what Spirit wants you to know intuitively, and then we'll go into the singles and couples reading. If you want the extended of your singles and couples, you can become a member, and that link is in the description box below. So let's see what we have for Taurus for the month of July. Five of Swords, Ace of Wands in reverse, Judgment, Queen of Wands, the Moon in reverse, the High Priestess, the Strength in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse, the World, the Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, Death card in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Three of Swords. On the bottom of your deck, we have the Magician and the King of Wands. Okay. So Taurus, you're going to have to use your power this month to stay on your path. I feel like you have some direction, or you need to be stronger in your direction. Know what it is that you want. Be honest with yourself, but also be respectful of others. Using your manipulation skills. It sounds a little weird, but you're able to control your path and your future. So let's see. Let's expand on that, because this expands on all of that. So in the past, you've made a move, okay? You've had an awakening or some sort of realization, and it could be in your life or just spiritually, that there are some things that you need to change. It looks as though you're in a situation where you keep going back over things, or almost keep having to save yourself. Like, it's not an ideal situation for you, and you have to keep saving yourself or backtracking, or you may be even doing something that is against what you believe. And it's so you can move forward. I feel like you're having trouble getting growth going or getting movement going in your life, making these changes into solid form this month. You definitely need to feel better about yourself, more secure in your path and the things that you want. So there are things in your life that you cannot control. There are things that you just have no control over, okay? And you have to learn how to move past those. Get it together. You can't always wait for someone else, Taurus. Sometimes you have to be the one to take control of yourself and your own situations. Definitely still feeling that energy. So in your environment, you have the World card and the Two of Cups. This definitely could be a relationship that needs to end. Okay? It needs a new cycle. It needs a new rebirth. But it really feels like you may have to end a relationship with someone else to go with a different person for some of you. I feel like it's hard to do. It takes a lot of energy and planning. You want someone's actions to change. Something in your life needs to change. I feel like whoever or whatever you're dealing with in your environment is taking its time, going slow. It's not going at the speed that you want it to go in. That's why it feels like you're going through the same things over and over again and it's not growing. But they're trying to keep it together where it is, but it's not ideal for you. 1st through the 15th, I see you really analyzing your emotions and how you feel. You notice the inconsistency. You're starting to understand that and trying to figure out how to handle it because things are not growing. Things are not at the optimal point that it should be. Your intuition is showing you that something doesn't feel right. So moving to the 15th, to the end of the month, you have the Strength in reverse and the 6 of Wands. You're starting to feel like there is going to be a lack of victory in the situation. I feel as though you do want to move forward, but you're starting to feel like this situation, this relationship, whatever this is a failure. And it's like you're starting to lose the energy to deal with it or the energy to fight. And you're just taking it as a loss. And you're having the idea to move on, or what else can you do to make it better. It just feels like a giving up kind of energy. So as your conclusion, I see that you feel that there is no future here. There is no stability. Maybe there's an issue with finances. Okay? But I see you letting it go, separating yourself because that's what's best for you. In your advice here, I feel like you have communicated everything that you needed to communicate. Okay? It's not really your fault that they're not understanding or the situation isn't flowing through. I feel like you're doing all that you can do. And it has come to a head at this point. Okay, it's like if it was a pimple, it needs to be popped. And that way you're able to release that extra baggage or extra things that you have to deal with, so you can invest more into you and your direction and what it is that you need. We go back to your overall energy. You have the control. It's like you are the one with the actual plan. You're the one with the solid foundation and the direction. And it's like only you're going to be doing it by yourself. That's what I feel here. If you start this off with someone, they're not putting in the same kind of energy that you are. It's like they're stable where they are and they're moving along their path, but it needs to end because it's not working as a whole. Okay? So let's go to your oracle cards. Okay, so the first card that we have is do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. This comes up because towards the beginning of the month, towards the middle, somewhere around there, you are definitely focusing on others. You're trying to handle the situation the best that you can, okay? It's like maybe I haven't gave enough attention, maybe I haven't tried enough, and you're going to still continue to try. There is going to come a moment, though, where you feel that you have given enough, explained enough, nurtured enough, and see if those changes are going to take place. I don't feel like they will, okay? But there's no problem in giving it the old college try, as they say, okay? Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, is with you and supporting your healing work. That's what you're trying to do. You're attempting to heal a situation, to bring it to head so you can move to a different cycle, because this one is getting old and it's just tiresome, and there's no need to keep reliving something or keep trying to fix something. You know, there has to be a time where it works together in a smooth, almost consistent way. And like I said, you are going to have to separate or make some changes on your own decision, your own accord. And Archangel Raphael is here to help you with that, to let you know that you've done all that you can. And you are not responsible for everyone else's decisions, okay? Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Now, if this has to do with work to you, you are looking to change something in your work career. You've done all that you can. You've tried one last time, and now you have the information you need to move on. If this is relationships, relationships are an option, and I think that we forget about that as people. We get so engrossed in a person and we think, oh, we just have to sit and make this work. You know, I need to give him my time, or I'm not trying enough, or I need to give them time. Sometimes you just need to separate. I mean, if something is for you, then you'll come back to it. I had some epiphanies about this week, which is interesting because you were the next reading I had left, actually. And I wanted to do a talk about it, which I probably will, because now it's come up again, which makes me want to focus on it even more. But relationships are an option. They are. Marriages are different. I feel marriages are very committed to me. I'm an earth sign, so I believe that. But relationships and dating are just the beginning. It's like a trial time, okay? And we have to remember that just because you like somebody and you've been with them for 2 months doesn't mean that you're committed. It doesn't mean that. The other person has to have that same amount of attention, a desire as you do, and that is something to keep in mind, okay, Taurus? So we're going to go into the singles reading. And couples, remember that both of these will be available as the extended. I've also decided to add cards to this one as a spread, just for general, and then the extended will be, of course, divided into Aries, fire, earth, air, and water. Okay, so Taurus singles for the month of July. What are they generally dealing with? Taurus singles, month of July. Chemistry. Let your friends help you. Okay, so I'm getting this energy like friends or family may have told you that you need to separate from someone or find someone new. I feel like someone's getting ready to go out. Someone's getting ready to meet some people or try one I don't want to say one last time, but in your mind you feel like, well, I'll try this again. You know, it's not going to be your last time. It's just how you feel now. And it's because you may have gotten over a breakup or letting go of someone that you really felt that you were really connected to. Someone that you thought it was going to last with, or someone you found very attractive. Taurus singles, okay? So let's see. Okay, so you're learning how to move on in your life. Okay, with relationships or with this person, you're moving forward. All right. You may have been dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It doesn't have to be, though. It's just that the King of Cups came up. But you were dealing with someone who, I feel like they knew what they wanted. It just wasn't you. You weren't the prime thought in their mind like they were to you. Okay, this relationship didn't really have good foundations. Anything that makes you rethink your attractiveness, your worth, is not something that is good for you. It's like you weren't getting enough attention. The person you were dealing with wasn't really ready to change. They didn't feel like they needed to. And you're going to be spending this month trying to get over that. So for each individual sign, we will do this in the extended. So come back for that. The link's in the description box below. And now couples. You have wedding, children. Okay, you're definitely trying to move forward in your relationship, but you may not know if your partner is ready. I feel like at this point you're looking for them to make some actual moves, or for them to agree with the direction that you want to go in. You want things to move forward. You may have a problem with trying to get them to conform to the idea of marriage or to settle down a little bit more. And you're going to have to, they're trying to get you to embrace something new or a new idea. Okay? But that's not exactly what's in your mind or what it is that you want to do. Okay, so let's see. you're definitely trying to offer something more. Okay, that's what I see. See, you're trying to offer something more emotion, more romance, and your partner is abrasive to the idea. They're not ready to make the move because they have an underlying fear of things not working out. They're just not ready to move. And you're going to have to learn how to move past this. You're going to have to learn how to let this idea go. So the extended reading is going to go more in depth about what your partner is looking for in the future, and some advice as always. That's what I do. That link's in the description box below. And I love you so much. Love and light. Bye-bye.